What's the move? Tell me what's the move? It's nice outside, I'm trying to find something to do, yeah. What's the move? You can catch me in the car wash, chillin' with my crew, yeah. It's nice outside, I'm trying to find something to do, yeah. What's the move? Tell me what's the move? You can catch me in the car wash.
And now for a featured presentation.
All right, guys. Today we have installation of a front windshield banner. So what you want to do first is clean your glass off just to make sure there's no dirt, debris. Get that nice and clean, you know what I'm saying? Fresh rags. You don't want any type of debris on there because it'll show underneath the vinyl. And that's precisely what we don't want. So we're going to make sure nice and clean and it sticks. So no rags with any oil, any grease on there, as that's not going to allow it to stick how it's supposed to. From here, you get your measurement. You want to measure the left side to make sure, see how far down you want to go with the banner. Have the driver sit inside the car and see if it's too low, if it's too high. There is a legal mark, but a lot of people, for off-road uses only, they kind of put it a little further down from the legal mark. But what you want to do is measure both sides to make sure it's even. You might look even, but make sure you get your tape measure and measure left and right. See, boom, make sure that's even. If you got 10 inches on one side, make sure you got 10 inches on the other side and put a tape there to mark it. Boom. This step is probably one of the most important for, some people that are perfectionists. You want to make sure that everything looks even, especially when taking front pictures. You want to make sure nothing looks off. We always say measure twice, cut once. So you want to double check, make sure everything's good. So I get my soap water, wet it up. Then I remove the back end. Remove the back end off the vinyl. Peel it back. And as you see, it's easier for two people to do it. And it was very windy this day, but we had to make it work. Make sure that windshield is wet before you apply anything because, you don't want it to get on there and then you can't move it. The idea is so you can move it around and get it right. I brought the banner right down to where the tape starts just to make sure. And then I squeeze it from the middle outwards. Don't forget, from the middle outwards. All right. And get it nice and even. I recommend you use a squeegee with a felt tip on there or use your rag over the squeegee so it doesn't scratch up the vinyl because you want it to be nice and clean once you're done. Then once everything is laid nice and decent, then you will get you a sharp blade and start cutting the excess. So you want to cut right at the edge or a little bit more, probably like a 0.2 millimeter, over the edges so you could either tuck them or if you want to get a really clean cut, because some windshields you cannot tuck the edges, you want to get as clean as a cut as possible. So you want to carefully, this is where you're just going to exercise patience, nice and patient, and get those cuts nice and clean so the work looks nice and professional. And honestly, that would be the end of this tutorial. There's not much to it after this step. Like once you get nice clean cut all the way around, you just squeegee some more just so if there's any extra water underneath it, squeegee that out. And I would recommend sitting it in the sun for like a day and it'll be good. I'll probably make another video putting on a rear banner so you guys can see that too. So like and subscribe.